Okay, good morning and a warm welcome to everybody to the Finance News Network and Share Cafe Sydney Investor Day. My name is Paul Sanger and I oversee Sequoia's media and equity research assets, which encompass Share Cafe, the Finance News Network, Informed Investor and the Corporate Connect Research. It's a pleasure to moderate today's event and I encourage everyone to make it as interactive as possible by asking plenty of questions during the Q&A sessions following each presentation. All the CEOs presenting today are eager to engage and interact with as many of you as possible during the event, so don't be shy. Introduce yourselves to any of the CEOs attending today. Please take advantage of this during the coffee break and the buffet lunch that will be provided after all the presentations have concluded. The format for today's session and session times, each company will present for about 20 minutes. We've got a bit of flexibility there, followed by an interactive Q&A session. And as I said, we've allocated some extra time in the schedule to ensure we can address as many of the questions that come as possible. Today's event will also be live streamed over the Zoom platform. For these investors watching via this link, please remember you can also submit questions for our presenters via the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. The order today is as follows. We're going to kick off this morning at 9:30 with Prime Financial. Enletic will be next, then QX Resources, then we'll have a little coffee break, and then to come home we've got Gratify, IVE Group and Cauldron Energy. Before we commence with our first presenters today, I'd like to just share a few market observations regarding the small cap and micro cap sector. At the outset of the year, during our first Hidden Gems webinar, I mentioned the challenges faced by small cap companies amidst the rising interest rate environment last year. However, early indications this year suggest a reversal, with inflation seemingly coming under control and investor confidence rising amid speculation of potential interest rate cuts at some point this year. This turnaround bodes well for the small cap sector, potentially marking the return of optimism and performance to the undervalued micro cap stocks. The recent outperformance of small cap stocks against their large cap counterparts indicates a positive shift, raising hope for increased institutional investor interest in the smaller end of the share market. The ASX Small Order is poised to outpace the ASX 200 for the second consecutive quarter. There's anticipation for sustained momentum, potentially signalling turnaround after several challenging years. Well, that's it for me, and let's proceed with today's presentations.